Alright, well, we'll just do it the other way. Oops. Alright, so hey you all, just trying to get a little lasering done and go over here and finish. Had my first monogram cutting board I made for another teacher at one of the schools I sub for. So I'll show you in a minute. Get this zipped up before I move on to anything else. For whatever reason, I've been neglecting cleaning up after myself. All right. Sorry about the delay. Sorry about the mess. All right. So I'm sure I'll do better next time, but she wanted a big B on it, so she got one. What are you all up to these days? Hey, Joseph. Hey, Creature. Jesse. Good to see you all. Headed home from work. 5:48. You work all day. I just figured I'd go live, see how you all were doing, tell you about shop updates, all that stuff. We're still a work in progress, kind of. I got my pieces cut for my little rolling base for my machinist chest. Going to be small because I don't need a big one. I don't really have a good place to put it. So just give me a chance to build a cabinet and do a drawer and a door, but I'm gonna leave the option open because if I need more drawers later, then be able to add them. 4:39 Central Time. I'd say you were sleeping in, but you beat me by 5 minutes today. I'm ordinarily up right around 4:30. Let's see. Okay. Creature, there are days, buddy, when the work in here is just as hard as it is in front of all those students. So yeah, I'll give you that. Are you all up to anything good? Hey Joseph, congratulations on your first live. What you put, what you were trying to figure out on camera, I did in front of a bunch of people that I didn't even know. I hadn't figured out how to set it for my subscribers or whatever, and it was an absolute disaster. What do you do for work, Joseph? I thought he did good. I was absolutely terrified when I did mine. Warehouse supervisor. I don't envy you. That's his classroom also. And 30 people all saying your name at once. Working on it, Jesse, working on it. Knowing what to do is one thing. Being able to do it in front of people you don't know watching is kind of like giving a speech to a room full of people in their underwear. So anyway, show you what I got going on here. I've cut my top and my sides for this little chest. It's not going to be very tall because I want it to go, be kind of tabletop level with my CNC table. And with casters, it'll be about 32 inches. I built my table low because it's out 4 feet from the wall. And so for me to bend over here and reach all the way to the back of the CNC and the long mill is, they call it 30 by 30, but it's actually 34 by almost 36. And to reach all the way back there is one thing, but to be able to work on stuff, clamp it down, all that jazz, it's quite a reach for somebody my height. I'm only 5'8". That's enough, Joseph. I had a harder time with a squad than I did with a platoon, so kind of understand. If it wasn't a dwarf, I'd have built a taller table. Let's stick these back over here while I'm thinking about it. Probably a good idea to take the case. I know, Joseph, you'd think you'd have got a bigger rug. Good creature. I spent a long time in a very deep, very dark depression. I had a bout of PTSD in 2012, and I felt so bad I could not leave my recliner. And my wife got me in to see the doctor, and he, of course, wanted me to see a psychiatrist, and I don't trust the VA. Last time I tried to see the VA, all they wanted to do was give me a handful of pills and tell me to go away. So I don't see them, but I did a lot of really, when you feel that way, you have a long time to think, and you have to start putting some things in perspective. And the thing that worked for me, of course, somewhere during that time, I gained over 100 pounds, and I found my way out of that depression by fighting the weight and getting it off. Still have about 40 pounds to go, but I've lost that and put it back on about 6 times because my kids have had different troubles, and I really internalize when they have problems. I probably should not, but I do. Hey, VLC. Hey, get your rest, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Preacher, anybody that has been in the service should have misgivings about the VA. Ray and Sandy. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Benny. One song for you. Shahid, I think you're in the wrong spot. I've been asked not to sing on 2 continents. Hey, Joseph, how do you know a dad joke? It's apparent. You're right. You raise them, but they're only your little kids. Ours are all girls. 26, 25, and 19. That's a bad joke, Joseph. I'm ashamed I told you. You should be ashamed you laughed at it. I had high schoolers today. They're pretty good, all but one class. Right, Vinny? 26 and 11. That's a spread. I think I was out of patience when my youngest one was about 3. And hey, Ray and Sandy, it doesn't matter how old they are, you still try and look after them if you need to, right? They got a whole 9 people. So I'm not going to get fancy when I build this little cabinet. Butt joints, glue, and screws with a, essentially the top plate and the is going to be on top. It's not going to be sandwiched, and then the 2 sides will sit on the base and get screwed in that way. That's true, creature, if you're doing it right. One moment, got a text from my daughter. Sorry about that. Hey, Vinny, my name's Jim. James. But if you're calling me James, I hope you got food. Hey, I'm in training for grandkids. That's why I've been teaching so much kindergarten here lately. Of course, my wife says I'm the world's largest kindergartner. And any ladies in the house said amen. Yeah, my name sounds wealthy, James Walter. But I think I put it all in sawdust. Three, 20, 16, and 3. Grandkids. Holy cow. Our older 2 girls are, well, our oldest one, she was a park ranger, and she really liked that job, but then she met another ranger and they've been dating and they're talking about getting married. So they kind of decided that if they were starting a family, they wouldn't want 2 of them on the road, as he became a game warden. He's in charge of a 250 square mile territory. So he's got a big job, and so they don't want 2 of them on the road. So she took her test and got hired as a 911 dispatcher. And so I guess the training for that is about a year long. I don't know a whole lot about it. But yeah, I'm really proud of her. She's one of those type A personalities, and she's all go. She goes right after whatever she wants to do, she hits it. My middle one works for a local factory. And she's an amazing kid. She's very creative. And then my youngest one is the monster. She's 19, but her first full sentence was, "I'll do it myself." And she really had. James is your youngest name. Well, my dad was first named after his dad, different middle names, and then I was named directly after my dad. I didn't have any boys, but I would have spared them that. Who else we got here? Okay. Jesse, Joseph, Vinny, Ray and Sandy, and Creature. So is it just Creature, or are you, is that a first name or last name? Hey, take care, bub. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, sleep well. I think here in a couple minutes I'm going to call it because I've got a few other things to do and not a good place to set the camera while I'm staring at my computer. Anyone building anything cool? Stepping away, got another chore to do. When the maid comes out to clean the shop, she always asks me why I don't pick up after myself. So it's not really the maid, but my wife is gracious enough to come out and run the vacuum once in a while, and I should be better about picking up. And this one. And get my spoon blanks out of the clamps while I'm sitting here. Got to order for 10 spoons, so I figured last night while I was out here moving some things around and getting things straightened up, I'd blew up some blanks. So I've got walnut and a cherry. I got another walnut and a cherry, but this one's got a little defect in this wood. And I thought I would try and miss that and maybe make a couple of offset turners. And then cherry and maple. What we do, glue it to the ankle. All right, there we go. And some light cherry and maple. And then this one's all cherry, but it's a couple different kinds. Then the rest of them, I've got some 5/4 maple and some hickory. And I've got a couple little 2-inch strips of walnut that have some knots in them. And so I'm going to use the edge knots as like finger grips for a couple like spatulas or like cake knives or something like that. But she wanted 10. First she told me spoons, and then she came over and said she would like a mix. So that's good because I have wood that lends itself to a mix and not so much, all spoons. Dishes and washing clothes. That's usually my Sunday afternoon while the football game is on. I'll put in the laundry and then nap between timers. Hey, take care, Ray. Sandy. Hey, old Pat. How you doing, Alan? Hey, I watched your live from the Shabbat service. Watched some of it on my lunch break. It's good. I'm gonna have to wire brush these clamps after a while. Get the glue out of them. These Brayman parallel clamps from Harbor Freight are really good clamps. I like them a lot. I had another set of off-brand, and like all of the like the caps came off, and then the little ratchet or whatever it is that you kind of lift up the handle and slide the clamp in place before you twist them up. The springs came out of those. These have been really good. Been moved a couple of times. I probably dropped more than a couple of times, and they're good. Doing good, Alan. Busy week because, it's what happens when you work full time and you try and do this and try and make a project here and there so you can make well money. Being busy keeps me out of trouble. I can't say that for everybody. This soldier comes out. I'm just setting up to go live, and she says, "Are you going to church?" Well, I probably should have went, but hey, here we are. Y'all hear me okay? My mic okay? Hey, have a good one, Joseph. Yeah, I kind of need to hit the bricks too, but I hate to just jump around. So, Alan, was that an event or was it just the regular service? I know the Friday night is the Sabbath. Hey, Bright, how are you? Hello. Hey, Bright, how are you? Good. Hey, Pine and Oak. Appreciate it. Thanks, Pine. Good, Bright. Oh, I was just asking if there was an event over there or if it was just a Sabbath service. Am I working? No. Well, doing a YouTube live. Was doing a laser project a minute ago for a customer. My first monogram cutting board. No, this isn't my full-time gig, if that's what you're asking. What do you want, Bright? Well, I made this cutting board. I glued up these spoon blanks. Got 2 web stores full of stuff if you go to Etsy or Go Imagine and search for Soldier Farms. But no, I'm not building anything at the moment. Did you need something specific or did you have a question? I do. You can leave me a message in the community. No, I don't think so. Feast of the Tabernacles this week. I saw something about that here locally. There's a fella out of Dayton that does a newsletter, and they've got a little online community that does different things. And then we have a synagogue here in town, but I haven't been over there but once. We have a church where we raised our girls, and that's where we usually go. But it took us a few to find one that was teaching the Bible. If you wanted to look them up, you'd be more than welcome. It's Maiden Lane Church of God in Springfield, Ohio. Well, I've been on here half hour, which is long for me. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. You all have a good night, but I've got some things to do to get ready for my day tomorrow, and I'd rather not be late getting them done. And I've got some files to set up. So, I've got another laser job I need to do tomorrow. So, y'all take care, and I'm awfully glad you decided to stop by.